Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about fashion designer's portfolio. Now there are two kinds of portfolios that a fashion design student carries. Now the first one is called entry-level portfolio. Now entry-level portfolio means any kind of creative work that you have done which you showcase to an institute. There are a lot of design institutes which actually requires you to show them some sort of creative work, right? So these portfolio usually carries all your artistic skills, like how creatively you can think, how creatively you can look at this whole world, how creatively you can conceptualize things. So this portfolio basically showcases your artistic level of vision that you have for the world. Now the second portfolio is called exit portfolio. Exit level portfolio means that portfolio which you prepare after you have completed your design college. That means this portfolio would be very different from the entry level portfolio. Now how this portfolio is different from entry level portfolio is that this portfolio will have your artistic skill as well as your technical skills. So like in this infographic, you can easily understand that your artistic skills are how you use colors, how you use shapes, how you use textures, how do you do your presentation, and do you have even the knowledge of the present, which is called the zeitgeist. And the other side, you can see that this is the technical side, which says sewing, do you know pattern making, do you know draping or fabric knowledge, do you have product knowledge or CAD knowledge or market and client knowledge about creating technical illustrations or flat sketches. So basically, these are all the technical skills that you actually learn in a college, and your portfolio should showcase all of them in your projects that you're going to create for your portfolio. So this portfolio is actually called a professional portfolio or an exit portfolio. So in today's session, I have invited one of the topper of my institute, Mr. Sambhav Jain, who has created a fantastic project for his portfolio, and he's been very kind in sharing his portfolio and also explaining to us that what was the methodology that he followed to create this whole collection, which actually stemmed out of a very personal inspiration that he had, and how that inspiration turned into this beautiful project where he's showcasing his artistic as well as technical skills. And all of you who want to create an international standard portfolio, I have created a specially designed course on portfolio building, which is available on my website gauravmandaldesign.com. Here you would understand what exactly is a portfolio and what is the methodology to create an international standard portfolio which showcases your artistic as well as technical skills. So welcome, Sambhav. It is such a kind gesture of yours that you are sharing your personal methodology with all my viewers. So I wanted you to explain me your complete design process. You have to tell me where did you start? What was the first thing?
So my first step is my self-analysis, like which things triggers me or which things evokes me to do design or something creative.
Okay, and then?
So then I start choosing the inspiration which is very self-connected to me, which is Virodh, because
Virodh means?
Virodh means protests. So I analyze my past history where I seen like my grandfather is a farmer and today the farmer protest is going on. So these 2 years, past 2 years, I only see protests on the roads, and which is very destructive for me. So this realization really evokes me to create something which is very reflective and creative in terms of design. So for that, I taken this inspiration and gone for the primary research at the places of protest to get the whole essence and the vibes to create something very nice and creative. So for that, I analyze the past history of the rebellious artists from abstract expressionism and Dadaism art movements of 1920s, which are the post Second World War reflection art movements, where Jackson Pollock and the artists like Roald Hoffman also did a creatively protest which they use art as a social weapon or a political weapon. So for that I start finding the concept. So for that I visited Jaipur and I talked to the block printing artisans, like what triggers them. So they give me the very nice interviews, like even in from the last whole ancestors, they are practicing this craft, but they are still now there only, they are not improved in their condition. So they have lot of the depression inside, but they are not able to convey. So I think this is the best medium to convey their voice also with this design process. So for that I start researching about the client and the market. So I studied about the streetwear market, which is also started with this concept of rebellious subcultures, where the hippies and the punk started rebelling, and the designers like Vivienne Westwood creating a very nice and reflective collections with the artworks and the whole disruptive silhouettes. So for that I has taken the market of Indian diffusion wear, where my competitor brands are Kanika Girl, Label, Human and Baloney and Diksha Khanna, because they are also doing something very different and rebellious, also with the very functionality. And I find a gap there, that they are not using block printing at all, and they are not using any very sustainable Indian fabrics, which are Indian textiles. So I find a very interesting Indian textile, which is also a textile of protest by Gandhi ji. It's khadi. So because my topic is a sustainable fashion, so I take a waste khadi from Khadi India in Connaught Place, and I sourced all the end of rolls from the Khadi India. So after that I start decoding the artworks, and I made a self-reflective artworks and motifs, and then I converted them into the blocks. And for the blocks I developed a lot of surfaces with the cording, with the very rough embroideries, merging them with the block printing and hand painting. So that became my very strong area of the process, where I did a very huge explorations, like 20 to 23 swatches of in the different directions. And then I start researching about the trend, and which trend suits my client, which is very modern, eclectic, very rebellious, and which are experimental also. So by researching of the trend, I start developing some silhouettes by using dress form doodling method and shape and form exploration, trend based doodling. And so my silhouettes start coming, I'm putting my artworks on the dress form, and I'm getting the idea like how my garment will look and where the artwork would be. And then I did a design development, where I put my fabric on the base and the artwork on the top, and the whole silhouette, some small swatches, and again some shape and form exploration. And then I got the whole range developed, and from that I developed one ensemble till now, and which came very beautiful after the whole processing and everything. So till now I has done this much only.
Thank you so much, Sambhav, for giving us this detailed explanation of the whole methodology that you followed, and being so kind in sharing your personal method with all my viewers. So I really hope that I connect with you soon for other fashion design lessons. So before I conclude this session, let me remind you that all of you who really want to create an international level portfolio, the first thing is you should first understand what is a portfolio and what is it that the recruiter is looking for. If you understand both those things, you can easily use the methodology that I have put into my course that is there on my website, gauravmandal.com. There are very, very easy methods that I have put on, and you can use those methods and tools to create a fantastic portfolio for yourself.